Welcome back. Many people are starting to book or have already booked their spring break travel and are going on a trip for the first time in a couple of years. Now, spring break is right around the corner for us here in Park City, and in some places they're already started on their spring break. So if you want to book some travel experiences last minute, or you're just looking to go somewhere this spring, we have travel expert Jeanenne Tornatore here today to give us some great suggestions on how to save, the top places to go, and much more. Jeanenne, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Great to be here.
Well, we always appreciate your suggestions and are excited to travel. So let's talk first about those top destinations. Where are many people going?
Well, you're going to see a lot of the usual suspects that were on the list pre-pandemic. So places in Florida, including Orlando, Miami, Mexico, you have Cancun, you have Phoenix, Arizona, and Las Vegas. Those are all the places that are going to be the busiest and have the least availability at this point.
And for travelers who haven't made any spring break plans, do you recommend certain locations if you're booking last minute?
Yeah, I have some ideas for you today for those last minute vacations. Really, the idea is to kind of think like a contrarian, looking at those destinations where maybe not everybody is going, or places that may be a little in their off season this time of year. The first place I would recommend, if you're thinking somewhere with a little adventure, is Grand Junction, Colorado. Now, this is in the area on the western side of the state, so you're missing all of those big ski resort crowds. I love this destination this time of year because it is a dual climate destination. In Grand Junction, you get those warm, mild desert temperatures, but just 30 minutes away, you can be up in the mountain on the Powderhorn Ski Resort and enjoying a lot of those outdoor winter activities. It's also home to the Colorado National Monument, which they call their unofficial national park. You're talking winter canyoneering, guided climbing from local outfitters, hiking. There's a 30,000 acre preserve with wild mustangs you can check out. There's golf, there's a dinosaur museum for kids, and my favorite is that Food and Wine magazine actually called Grand Junction, Colorado, the new Sonoma. It's full of beautiful vineyards, great dining experiences. So all around, this can be a nice one for some adventure where you're going to miss a lot of those spring break crowds.
And there's also some other places that you might not think of, particular the Texas Hill Country. It's beautiful this time of year. Temperatures are very mild. Great place to go.
Yeah, I love Texas this time of year, and I think a lot of people don't think about Texas for a warm weather escape, but it's a great place to go with fantastic temperatures this time of year. So Texas Hill Country is this area outside of kind of the San Antonio and Austin region. So you could fly into either of those, have a nice little city escape, enjoy the cultural activities in either of those destinations. And then Texas Hill Country, again, it's some of that beautiful rolling hill country. It has wineries. There are minor league baseball this time of year. There are water parks, over 12 state parks in this area. So a lot of fun outdoor adventures and fun things to do for the family.
And California is always a top place to go, but people might not think about Santa Cruz, but that's a recommendation that you have for us.
It is. I know a lot of people are looking for those beach destinations this time of year. And most people, if they're going on the West Coast, head to Southern California. Santa Cruz is just about 40 minutes away from the San Jose airport. So more southern of the South San Francisco area. So you don't get as many crowds this time of year. The temperatures are still mild. They have, their famous boardwalk, over 30 rides there. Of course, amazing beaches, but you also have the redwoods and some great state parks and forests there to explore the outdoors. All around, Santa Cruz is a fantastic beach destination if you're looking for somewhere a little different.
And we're going to round out your top ideas for these last minute trips with a chilly place, but a beautiful city, and that's Chicago.
Well, I wanted to mention big cities right now because if you're really looking for a great deal and definitely no crowds, a lot of our country's big cities, this is a great time to visit before those summer crowds come in. They're still a little bit in that off season, so you can get easy and cheap flights there and find a lot of availability in hotels. So Chicago's always a great one. Come late March, early April, it's starting to come in bloom with all the tulips on Michigan Avenue. You have things like the waterfront architecture tour. They're starting back up again. So a lot of those outdoor ways to experience the city are just ramping up this time of year.
And if you are booking last minute, sometimes that means it's going to be harder to save money, but that's actually not the case with your recommendations.
Yeah, and a couple other things that you can do if you want to head out and late in the game, but you haven't had decided where you want to go yet. If you're thinking of going somewhere where you need to book a flight, look at those midweek flights. Data shows that most spring breakers leave on Saturdays or Sundays. You know, kids get out of school on Friday and everyone wants to head out right away. If you wait and can fly out on Monday through Thursday, you're going to find much better availability and deals on flights, especially to some of these more popular spots. Also, like I said, think like a contrarian. Think about those places where not everybody is going this time of year. That's where you're going to find the better deals. And then regardless of where you're going, you want to make sure that you're booking any kind of activities you want to do in advance. We're still seeing staff shortages across the hospitality industry. So dinner reservations, museum tickets, anything you want to do, make sure you're trying to get those booked before you go.
Well, these are all such fun ideas, places that I really want to travel to. Some I've been to before and some I want to experience again. Where can we get more information, follow along with you, and find out even more tips for traveling?
Sure, I have a website. It's theoutsideinsider.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at theoutsideinsider.
Well, thank you so much, Jeanenne Tornatore, for being here today. Always a pleasure having you with us. Always appreciate your fun vacation ideas, ways to save money, trends, and so much more. So thanks for your time. We'll be back here on Mountain Connections right after this.